Hi everyone. BCG has done a really good job creating this infographic explaining the difference between AI, machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and predictive AI. AI is the bigger umbrella that encompasses everything. Machine learning is a subset, that is, how the machine can learn in a supervised and unsupervised or in a reinforcement format and then give you an output. Deep learning is a further subset of machine learning, which is based on an even larger amount of data. Generative AI is different to machine learning and deep learning because it can generate artifacts, it can generate new content, which could be audio, video, text, etc. Predictive AI cuts across all these circles. So, wherever you're doing regression, prediction, forecasting, that is predictive AI. Now, let us talk about large language model. What is it? It's an AI system trained on a massive, colossal amount of data, which allows us to understand human language, which means that we can talk to it in natural language. And why does it matter? The fact that it can talk to us in a natural language without me as a user needing to learn any syntax, any coding, is what sets it apart. A very big problem in generative AI is hallucination. We are getting better at solving it, but it's still not completely eradicated. In some ways, hallucination cannot be removed completely because it's inherent to the way large language models have been trained. So, hallucination is where a generative AI model produces some information that is not factually correct, which means that if I ask it to maybe give me five sources, it might just create a source of its own or give me something that is inaccurate. Now, when it is making things up, it's very dangerous because I'm not quite sure whether this is correct or not. Why does it matter? Because if the response is wrong, even if it was done not on purpose, it might create issues going forward. So imagine if you create a mathematical model for loan application, somebody's loan gets disapproved because the model said so, that might create a problem, right? Now, obviously, fact checking is very important. Even the models themselves are now allowing you to do a web search so you can see the citation and know where the output is coming from. But still, as a user, we need to be aware of hallucination. And while we can't completely remove it, we have to ensure we have this in the back of our mind and we should double check everything. Then we have context window and tokens. Now, I will not take you through the technical detail, but essentially what happens is that the context window allows you to control what is the input and the output size. For example, if I'm uploading a 500-page PDF into one of the GenAI tools, will it permit or not? That depends on the context window. Tokens are the smaller chunks because it could be words, symbol, parts of word, etc. And then depending on what is the working limit of the model, the context window can change as well. Clearly, the paid models will have a larger context window than the free ones. Why does it matter? Because if you exhaust the context window, it might not be able to understand any new addition to the prompt that you have given. So it's very important that you understand these limits, especially when you're working with larger files, a large PDF, maybe a video, etc. Then we have multimodal. Now, multimodal is essentially multiple forms of data. We have text, images, audio, video, and now a lot of tools can manage different data types at the same time as well. Why does it matter? Because if you are able to put multiple types of data, you're essentially able to get a more accurate output.